Hello, some of you wanted an update on my blood orange tree, and here it is. It's September 27th, 2022, and you can see that it has grown since the last time you've seen it. Got a lot of growth, especially over here. This branch down here really, the last couple months has really taken off. And it is above the graft line, which you can see is right around in here, so everything above that line is the blood orange. And I do have a blood orange. It grew one this year. It had a lot of flowers and it dropped a lot of them, though. This has been a extremely hot and dry summer, even for Texas. So we got one though, and you can see the size of it. It's definitely not even a baseball size. Bigger than it's about like a plum or something like that, but it's still green, so it's still growing here. And it's doing well. Got it in this bigger container here, and the trunk is thickened up a bit. It doesn't really need this support stick either, but I have that still in here, and it's doing well. It grew a lot of new leaves this year, and I'm looking forward to that orange when it when it's all done growing, and we'll get to eat that. So since I'm doing this one, we might as well take a look at my improved Meyer lemon tree. And again, don't have a lot of lemons on it because a lot of them they dropped. You can see there's one in here. There's two in here actually. Two in here. That. And again, they're still green. They're not very big either. I've had bigger ones on this tree in the past, and I think there's another one somewhere in here. Maybe those are the only two. Yeah, there's a little one down here. There it is. See, it's not a big one, but that's it. It was very hard. I was more concerned in keeping this thing alive this year as opposed to growing a ton of lemons, because it was just so hot. That's why they're over here in the shade. They actually do better in the shade than in the sun, believe it or not. But it's still growing. If you look right here, you can see some new growth, little tiny leaves sprouting there, and even sprouting here at the top. And I know these branches look dead up here, and well, this one might be now. Anything that's dried, you can just snap like that. That's definitely broken, but it will sprout new growth from these. That's why I haven't been trimming them. Let me see if I can find any new leaves on this little guy. They're in here, but they've been taking a lot of water and staying in the shade and trying to stay nice and cool as much as I can, because it has been brutal here. So I also have the key lime tree. That's key lime. That's not regular lime. That's actually key lime. And again, this is the one that was zapped by the cold that one time, and I had to cut it. You can see this was the original trunk, and it was even higher than this. And the graft line is right around in here, but this is all key lime that it has grown, definitely. And if you look right here, it's growing new little limes. You see that? See the baby limes right in there? It flowers a lot. Not a lot make it to limes. And you see here, you see these three, for example. This yellow one is not going to make it. When they're that color, they're not going to make it. They're already dead for whatever reason. The darker ones, though, are okay. They have a better shot. There's a couple more. It's got them all through here. They kind of grow in bunches. The key limes do, and then usually only about one or two will survive out of the bunch. And it's got some down in here. These guys need a good watering. I've been gone for 7 days, so it's time for another watering. But keeping them in the shade this time of year really helps. So that's the update. I'm only down to three citrus trees left. So as you can see, the blood orange did very well. It grew bigger. It got bushier. especially down here, these big ones. I haven't trimmed it at all. I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to let it go. I'm just going to let it do what it wants to do. And, you know, and hopefully that strategy works a little bit before I have to start pruning it. I found that none of these citrus trees really do that well when I prune them. It's sometimes you have to. It's a yellow leaf. These yellow ones will just pull off like that. But there it is, the blood orange tree. Has a nice straight trunk. I'm happy about that. This is new growth too. You see this one grew right out of here. And again, here's the graft line. This little stem wasn't. That's why I cut that off. But everything above this right here is going to be your blood orange tree. So this branch, hopefully someday will grow oranges itself, and hopefully next year it does better than it did this year. But we're just gonna let it grow on, and there it is. So thanks for watching, guys, and that's the update on my 3 citrus trees here at literally the beginning of fall here. Only a few days into fall time, and it's still in the 80s here. It's like 88 degrees, so these guys still have some growing to do. Alright, well, take care, and again, thank you for stopping by and checking out my citrus trees.